posted something earlier today about, I think I titled it Stop Thinking, Start Moving. Basically, it's about guys who overthink too much and, get caught in the analysis paralysis, if you will. I had 3 questions and we'll run through them, I guess, at the end to spur conversation a little bit. But I had something here written that said that most men don't fail because they make bad decisions. They fail because they don't make decisions at all. And you see this everywhere with guys. They're always thinking things through, doing the whole research thing, or waiting for that right time, the perfect moment, And they'll convince themselves that if you got a little bit more information, if you just plan a little more, right, you get a little more clarity here and there, that everything is going to work out perfectly for them. And, weeks will pass by, months will pass by, sometimes years, and guys will be in the same spot doing the whole analysis. And obviously it's called analysis paralysis for a reason. You get so caught up in thinking about your option that you never actually commit to any of them. And it's one of the biggest killers of progress. And almost every guy today deals with that shit, especially having access to the internet where you can research forever without having to lift a finger and start doing what you need to do. And the truth is, no matter how much you're going to plan, you'll never have that 100% ready feeling that everybody's looking for. You're never going to have every single answer. And at some point, the only way you learn is by actually doing the damn thing. It's a brutal truth that nobody wants to actually admit because the fear of making the first step is bigger, usually. That's the problem. And if you think about it like this, how'd you learn to ride a bike? Did you fucking YouTube how to ride a bike, right? You just did it by getting on the damn thing. You fell a bunch of times and then you figured it out. You got back up and started pedaling, and then this is how you started balancing. You may have started with training wheels, but your ass got planted in that seat first, right? So taking action, making mistakes, and adjusting as you go is how you learn everything. Apply the bike metaphor to everything. That analogy works for businesses, for whatever it is that you're doing. And most men today hesitate. They'll overanalyze and they play every single fucking scenario in their head that they could possibly think of, convincing themselves they need to wait for the perfect moment. Deep down, it's disguised as logic. I've talked to a bunch of guys in the community that have that exact problem. The fear of failure is what it really is. The fear of looking stupid and fears of making the wrong decision, being laughed at, mocked, all that shit. And the thing is that not making a decision is worse than making the wrong one. Always. Like that poster we saw in high school back in the day, or at school in general. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You guys remember that one? If you take action and fail, you at least learn something. You get a form of a feedback. You can adjust, then you move forward. But if you sit there overthinking constantly, you're not going anywhere. You're just stuck. And you're convincing yourself that waiting is somehow the smarter move. In reality, you're just avoiding what you're trying to do. So it's complete bullshit. It's coping is what it is. Coping from the fear of taking the first step. And the successful men aren't the ones that never make a mistake. Nobody's ever had a journey that you've ever looked up to in your hero stories that never made a fucking mistake. Bro, it makes no sense. How do you think you're going to navigate through life in a perfect fucking straight line with no bumps in the road? It makes no sense. They're the ones who make decisions quickly. You don't fucking think. You course correct when you need to, and you keep moving one foot in front of the other. You figure it out as you go. If you're stuck in your head, constantly second guessing, the first thing you need to understand is thinking more does not mean you're making better decisions. You got to get that one through your head. Overanalyzing won't protect you from failure. You're just delaying the inevitable. And action is what separates the guys who get results from the ones who sit on the sidelines. We already know that, and they'll watch their whole lives pass them by. It's the guys who are successful in business, fitness, relationships, and life. They're the ones that didn't wait for the perfect plan, dude. They just started. Go to the gym, lift some weights, figure it out. You don't have a diet plan. You don't have a weightlifting program, none of that shit. When people start their businesses, they didn't know half of the things they knew after they became successful. They just learned those things along the way. They're the ones who took the leap and figured shit out later. And that's what you need to do. And how do you break free from, let's say, the habit of overthinking? Is you got to cut your decision time in half. Too many guys sit there on a thought, sit there with a decision that they need to make. Just fucking make it, bro. Stop thinking, doing. Act first, think later. That's how you stop some of this stuff. Okay, it's like the workout that you need to do and you're thinking about doing it and at what time, just fucking go. Put the shoes on, grab your bag, go to the gym. Stop thinking about when and where and how and all this other bullshit. Too many guys do this with everything. You have a project to start, give yourself 10 fucking seconds to decide and go do it. That's it. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop thinking. Just start writing. Start doing your project. If you got a big decision like moving to a city, starting a business, committing a relationship, give yourself 24 hours to think about that shit. Put some fucking limits on your time and then act. If you give yourself a month, a year, 10 years to do something, you'll literally wait until the last possible minute of your own deadline. So you want something done in time? Fucking cut your deadline in half. If you have shit to do at the end of the week, literally say you got to get it done by the end of tomorrow. That's your deadline. Do it by then. You have to inject that decision time into your projects, into your goals. Okay. And the second is stop waiting for motivation, guys. It's unreliable as fuck. And if you only take action when you feel some fucking motivation, you're not going to get anywhere for long. The key is like momentum building, and momentum only comes from doing shit. And once you take that step, one small step, no matter how small it is, it's easier to take the next one. You don't have to take giant leaps, just one little step in front of the other. Same thing is like when you start wanting to go to the gym, but you keep procrastinating and shit. Just drive to the gym, bro. Walk inside. Stop thinking about all the shit you need to do at the gym. Just get yourself to the front door. Even if you need to do a half-ass workout or ends up being half-ass, it's better than nothing. And then it usually transforms halfway into a really good workout. You'll be glad you went. You know, tell yourself you only have to stay for 5 fucking minutes. Lie to yourself if you have to. I'm just going to go do 10 minutes on a treadmill and leave. Fuck, I don't have the energy. By the time you get there, and by the time you get on the fucking treadmill, you're going to be like, damn, I feel a lot better after this warm-up. All right, let me go hit a full workout. That's what ends up happening almost all the time. The hard part is just to get that start. And when you want to start a business, but you're feeling overwhelmed, it's the same shit. Stop researching 100 fucking times and just take the step, dude. Buy a domain if you need a website. Make the rough draft of whatever it is, your product. You know, make a whatever it is. Your first post, your first video on YouTube, whatever. Once you take the action, the fear fades for the rest of it. Okay. The third and final thing is be okay being imperfect. Stop trying to be a fucking perfectionist and everything's got to be absolutely T's crossed, just stop with that shit. Dude, nothing in life is perfect. Imperfections are actually the nature's way of doing everything. Okay. Overthinkers want everything to be perfect before it fucking starts, man. It drives me insane. They want the perfect strategy, the perfect timing, the perfect execution. Who the fuck has ever hit all those three in one go? Nobody. Something goes wrong in either of those three. It's fine. Nothing in life is ever perfect. If you wait for all the lights to turn green before you start driving, you'll never leave the fucking house. Think of it like that. And the guys who win in life fail fast and often. They take the action, they get the feedback, and improve along the way. End of story. That's the magic bullet right there. They don't sit around waiting for certainty. You create it through experience. And that's what it really comes down to. Are you going to keep waiting, keep planning, and keep hesitating and shit? Or are you going to start making moves you learn from your experience and actually build the life you want? The truth is, there's no perfect moment to start, and there never will be. No amount of research will change that for you. The only time you literally have is right now, today, in the present moment. The clock ticks nonstop. Doesn't wait for you. Doesn't wait for your stupid fucking research you're trying to logically convince yourself of. You're either going to make the one step and turn it into giant leaps in time, or you're going to sit fucking still, bro, in your house. Clock still ticks. You have to stop thinking, start moving, figure shit out as you go. And I have 3 questions for us to kind of go through, at least if somebody's read them already. It's question 1 was, what area of your life, or what's one area of your life where you've been stuck in overthinking instead of taking action? And what's stopping you from making a move? Number 2 is, think about a time when you made a decision quickly without overanalyzing it. And how did that turn out? What did you learn from that kind of experience? And the last one is, if you had to take action on one thing right now, no thinking, no waiting, nothing, what would it be? And what's the first step you could take before the end of the day? And then I'll open it up with those 3 questions, guys. Answer in whatever order you want, whatever's relevant to you.